premarital mediation. Next topic, and actually a continuing topic on how to settle a disagreement or an argument. So just let me give you a little preamble here. I have a formula that I've actually developed in my own life for resolving conflict and disagreement and argument. And I've been doing it for many, many years. So I want to share with you what I know in my own life has worked for me. So I want you to think about it this way. WWHW. When to have the discussion, where to have the discussion, how to have the discussion, and what happens next. That what happens next is really a very, very important part of this. So let's start with when. I usually think it's not a good idea when the topic is hot and everybody's upset and everybody's nuts and everybody's just carrying on. It's really a good idea to just acknowledge that there's a disagreement here and both agree that you're going to sit on it, sleep on it, think about it, and create another time when you're going to be speaking about it. Because here's the thing. If you're ready to have the discussion, but you've got to pick your daughter up from her soccer game and you have 20 minutes, not a good amount of time to be able to have this conversation. You need to make sure that you have a lot of room around you to maneuver. You don't have any deadlines that are looming in front of you that's going to make you be nervous about having this conversation and not having enough time. Very important. You must have enough time for both of you to say what you need to say and talk things out and work things out. So that's the when. The where, I usually recommend that you go to some neutral place, not necessarily in the house. Certainly if you have children and they're floating around the house, go to a Starbucks, go to a diner, go take a walk at the beach, go to your local park and walk around and start talking that way. Because sometimes just having a lot of space around you is a good idea. You don't have to necessarily be looking at each other constantly. You could be looking at other things and then be able to stop and talk to each other and listen to each other and hear what each of you have to say. The other part of it is that the person who had the issue really should go first and talk about what went on, what got triggered in them, why it was upsetting to them, and what they would like to see going forward. And the other person really needs to listen without feeling offended, without, coming back with, I didn't mean it. You didn't. Just let them speak and take it in and really, really listen to what they have to say without interruption. Then the other one gets to talk about what was so for them. And the other person also has to really, really listen. If it's important to write it down so you don't forget the things that you want to say, that's okay too. Think about the way that it works for you so that the other person can really hear what's going on. So you can really get to the bottom of it and understand why they were upset and what it was that triggered them. Okay, so those are the first two parts, when and where to have the conversation and how. The next part, I'm going to talk about what happens next. That's really the critical part. All right, because resolving it right now doesn't mean a week or two from now, it's not going to pop up again and you're going to go down that rabbit hole. So I have some thoughts and ideas that I want to share with you, again, that I've done in my own life that really, really helps in the future so that these things don't keep coming up and you'll be able to just understand what's going on, sometimes even before you open your mouth and talk about, what's going on for you. All right. So Ada Haslock or premarital mediation, come to my table. Stay tuned for the next part. Thank you for listening.